In this video, I'm going to go over some of the major Oscar categories. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the Academy's choices overall, and give you my prediction on who's going to win in that category. I'm going to tell you what I think should win in that category. So let's get started. Best Supporting Actor. Nominees are Josh Brolin for Milk, Robert Downey Jr. for Tropic Thunder, Philip Seymour Hoffman for Doubt, Heath Ledger for The Dark Knight, and Michael Shannon for Revolutionary Road. I was hoping about all of them would get nominated except for Michael Shannon because I haven't seen Revolutionary Road. We're probably all happy that Heath Ledger was nominated. I'm especially happy that Robert Downey Jr. was nominated. I think his performance really did make that movie because all the characters in that movie were really funny, but that was just such a unique character, and it really is insane that that was him. Compare his performance in Tropic Thunder to his performance in Iron Man. It's just so crazy that it's the same guy. I was also really happy that Philip Seymour Hoffman got nominated for Doubt. Like I've said before, I think Doubt had some of the best performances of the year. 4 of those great performances got nominated, so I'm really happy for that. But overall, I do think that Heath Ledger is going to win. And I also want him to win, so he wins both of those. Best Supporting Actress. Amy Adams for Doubt, Penelope Cruz for Vicky Cristina Barcelona, Viola Davis for Doubt, Taraji P. Henson for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Marissa Tomei for The Wrestler. I cannot stand Penelope Cruz. I don't know what it is about her. I just cannot stand her. I've not seen Vicky Cristina Barcelona, but I kind of hate that movie right now because it beat In Bruges for Best Comedy at the Golden Globes. I did love Amy Adams and Viola Davis both in Doubt. I don't know, is it Taraji P. Henson from The Curious Case Benjamin Button? I didn't really think about her getting nominated, but her performances in that movie was really, really good, so if she wins, I would be happy. Mainly, I just don't want Penelope Cruz to win because I want to kill her. I've not seen The Wrestler, but I don't know. Marissa Tomei might win. With this, I'm really not really sure who's going to win. But if I had to say who I think should win, it's so hard. I would say either one of the 2 girls from Doubt. I really wanted Rosario Dawson to get nominated. I thought her performance in 7 Pounds was great. I would say either Viola Davis or Amy Adams. Best Actress. Anne Hathaway for Rachel Getting Married, Angelina Jolie for Changeling, Melissa Leo for Frozen River, Meryl Streep for Doubt, and Kate Winslet in The Reader. Yes, Kate Winslet's nominated for The Reader and Best Actress, although she was nominated for The Reader and Best Supporting Actress at the Golden Globes. Confusing. The only movie I've seen in this category is Doubt, so it's not very exciting for me. If I had to guess who I think's gonna win, I don't know. My guess would be Kate Winslet. I'm really not sure though. Meryl Streep does deserve to win though, but that's the only movie I've seen, so I don't really think it's fair to say I think she should win out of all of them. I do think her performance is deserving, so. Best Actor. Richard Jenkins for The Visitor, Franklin Jella for Frost Nixon, Sean Penn for Milk, Brad Pitt for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, and Mickey Rourke for The Wrestler. Now I can get into this one because The Wrestler is the only movie I've not seen. Richard Jenkins over Clint Eastwood, over Dev Patel, over both of the guys from In Bruges, Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson, over Michael Sheen. Richard Jenkins? I know I'm the only one that thinks this, but The Visitor sucked, okay? Overdramatic, it was about a guy crying over an illegal immigrant being arrested, although there was no connection between them. And then the whole movie relies on Richard Jenkins to carry the film, and he did it. It wasn't a good performance. I'm not just saying that because he got nominated. When I rented The Visitor, I saw it focusing on his performance because the guys at the movie said, "Oh, it's the greatest performance of the year." It wasn't. And it didn't help that the character was unlikable. God. Over Clint Eastwood. Frickin' Clint Eastwood. It might be his last movie. And they choose Richard Jenkins. Thankfully, I don't think he's gonna win. If I had to guess who I think is gonna win, who I want to win is Sean Penn. I think he gave the best performance in this category, but I'd also be very happy with Franklin Jella winning, or even Brad Pitt. Those 3, not Richie. I don't like Mickey Rourke. I think he's an idiot. I have not seen The Wrestler, but I think there's a chance he'll win. So, if I had to say who I think's gonna win, I'll say it's probably Mickey Rourke. I don't really know though, but I want Sean Penn to win. I think he gave the best performance. The big one, Best Picture. Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Milk, Slumdog Millionaire, and The Reader? What? My predictions were Benjamin Button, Frost Nixon, Milk, Slumdog Millionaire, And then there was just one left. It was either, for me, it was either The Dark Knight, The Wrestler, Revolutionary Road, or The Reader. Notice how I said The Reader last? Because I was pretty sure all 4 of those were going to get nominated, and I was right. Then the last one was going to either be The Dark Knight, The Wrestler, Revolutionary Road, or The Reader. For some reason, it was The Reader. I don't know why. It got 60% of Rotten Tomatoes, which is almost rotten. I have not seen it, but wow. Wow. This year's Atonement. No one gave a crap about it, yet it gets nominated for Best Picture. It's definitely not going to win, so I don't really find a reason to get beat up over it. Yes, I thought The Dark Knight deserved to get nominated, but it's not my choice. I think Slumdog Millionaire should win. I think with The Wrestler not getting nominated, it has a bigger chance to win. And right now, I do think Slumdog Millionaire will win. Really, all these films, I have not seen The Reader, but Slumdog Millionaire, Milk, Frost Nixon, Curious Case of Benjamin Button, they're all great. They all are award-worthy. I think Milk is the worst in this category, and that is saying a lot, because I loved Milk. But I would put The Dark Knight in there before Milk. I would put In Bruges in there before Milk. I would put Wall-E in there before Milk. Not my predictions, but I had a list on who I think should get nominated. And the films were Benjamin Button, Frost Nixon, Slumdog Millionaire, The Dark Knight, and Wall-E. I knew that wasn't going to happen, but I really wanted it to. I think besides The Reader instead of The Dark Knight, I think this is a good list for Best Picture. Like I said, I'm really rooting for Slumdog Millionaire to win. I would also be happy with really any of these films winning, except The Reader, because I haven't seen it, and that'd be kind of boring for me. I know everyone's going to get upset over The Dark Knight not being nominated. It does deserve to be nominated, but I don't think we should say stuff like, oh, they just stay nominated because it's a comic book movie. We don't know that. Just leave your ignorance in the basement. Root for Heath Ledger for Best Supporting Actor. He's probably gonna win. But this really has been a great year for movies. I'm very happy that I've seen all these Oscar films. They really did make the year. The ones I haven't seen were The Wrestler, Revolutionary Road, and The Reader. Well, the only big ones. I haven't seen Changeling or Australia, but no one really cares about those. Really, I'm more upset over Richard Jenkins getting nominated than The Reader, because The Reader might be a good movie. I don't know. It might be the best movie of the year. I highly doubt it. But, you know, like these little kids that are going to come on here and say, ah, The Dark Knight deserves to get nominated. And they probably haven't seen any other Oscar movies this year. Just shut up. Goodbye. And I'll see you at the Oscars.